All right, and we're live. Welcome everybody to the beef stream. It's February 4th, 9:06 Central Time, best people time. I can hear myself. Why can I hear myself? 9:06. God damn it! Every single time. I can hear myself. Where am I hearing? I don't know where I'm hearing myself from. Oh, there we go. God damn it! Every single time. No, I don't understand where I'm hearing myself. I don't know where I'm hearing myself. There we go. Okay, okay, there we go. No, I'm still hearing myself. No, where am I hearing myself from? I muted it.
Meds?
No.
Uh-oh.
Okay, there it was. What was I saying? Right. February 4th, something. I don't fucking know. Welcome to the beef stream, ladies and gentlemen. I see Doc in chat. Hey, Doc. Honk, honk. Yeah, we got, oh, hey, as usual, I forgot to change my stream deck.
What chat is he in? I don't see him.
Twitch? I think, yeah, Twitch.
Does Twitch have to be, like, do you have to be actively watching the stream for chat to populate or something?
Not that I'm aware of.
Oh, that's weird, because I don't see him there,
Yeah.
but maybe, I don't know, maybe my shit's fucked.
Yeah. All right. Honk honk. We got some big honks tonight. Which we had some Abby Shapiro honks tonight.
Nice.
Oh well. Yeah, anyway, welcome everyone. This is your first time here. I'm your host, Tyler Bickham, the White King. This is which way am I pointing that way? That's Cat Av guy.
Otherwise known as Prude.
He's just Cat Av guy. Yeah, Prude.
Cat Av guy is my real name though.
Yeah, Cat App guy. That's it on his driver's license. Also known as let's see, whatever we call this week, libertarians, groypers.
Not serious.
And not serious.
We're not serious people.
Yeah, not serious people. We'll get to that later. Let's not talk about that right now.
We're not getting into that right now.
Wow, but we're not discussing that right now. You remember when that was a thing? We're not discussing that. That was like 2015. That wasn't too far back.
It's like fashion trends. We're gonna start bringing back old bits.
Yeah,
like periodically. And
does that? I'm not gonna say that out loud. that's not Twitch safe. I'm not gonna say that. Man, kind of a slow week. Every week when I'm putting this together, when I put together the agenda, the itinerary, I always go, man, it's gonna be a short one this week. I also forgot to pee before the stream, so I have to pee. Oh no.
Oh yeah, I made sure to do that this time.
Yeah. But we have a long one. We have a good one actually. There's like one thing that we have to talk about that has like I put like 20 links for, which is funny. As is tradition with every beef stream, let's go ahead and get it started. Let's get a snack check. Let's get a snack check starting from Prude, and let's get one from chat too if we can.
We're gonna snack check.
Snack check.
How about ASMR?
Oh. I mean, that's not quite as good as the Watame chip eating ASMR, but I mean, hey, we'll get what we can have. But what is that? What are you actually eating though?
It's actually baby carrots.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Yeah. Good.
A little bit of a healthier option today.
I was gonna say good for your eyes, but actually, did you know that was just like World War II propaganda?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and that's just like that was an excuse they were using, like why they didn't want to reveal that they had a radar.
The argument's like beta carotene, but like beta carotene's in like every other fucking like British.
That's
vegetable,
funny.
So carrots aren't like necessary at all.
That's funny.
Yeah, I have the carrots, the pre-washed baby carrots, and then I have a little bit of ranch. I'm not going overboard with it, but I do like a little bit of ranch with my baby carrots. You know what's always been weird to me was back in school, when you'd get shit for like school lunch, when they would do the packages of like celery and peanut butter. You ever see that?
Mm-hmm.
That's a weird combination.
I never got like celery and anything else. I've never gotten the combination of. I'm not a celery and blue cheese guy. I'm not a celery and peanut butter guy.
Blue cheese is good though.
None of it. I don't like any of it. I'm adverse to every single bit of it. But hey, somebody likes it. They keep serving it. So
I specifically just don't understand the peanut butter part. But
I don't either. But I'm not. I was gonna say I'm not a huge peanut butter guy. I kind of am. I kind of do like it a lot.
It's one of those foods that I really like because you can kind of just like if you're really in a rush and you need to like not be dying of hunger or something, you can kind of just like eat a spoonful of it and it will kind of keep you good for a little bit.
I like it because as far as like sweets go, it's not as terrible for you. Yeah, it's got this oil, that oil, whatever oils that are bad this week. It's got all those, but don't
have me going on a keto rant here.
Can you do a keto rant real quick so I can go pee?
Sure, yeah.
Do a quick little keto rant while I go
ahead.
piss.
I'll talk about that for a second. Yeah, so I mean, Big Sugar taught us all in school back in like the 90s or earlier, depending on how old you are. That's about when I was in school. That carbs were good for you and that they should be the base of the so-called food pyramid. And turns out they're actually terrible for you. You've been lied to your whole life about nutrition. Fat's good. Fat is based. It's filling. And I've found that, at least when I've done keto myself, that it's a very easy way to eat less, because like intermittent fasting is almost like effortless on it. I could eat a bit of protein and a bunch of fat in a concentrated set of hours per day and be good. And I would really only eat one decent sized meal per day. And it was easy to stay around 1,000 to 1,500 calories when somebody my size and activity level probably needs at least 2,000 for like maintenance. So it became really easy actually to eat less on keto. Of course, still you miss some things on it, but it's as far as diets go, it's pretty effortless. You can still enjoy a lot of things. So peanut butter, not the type of sugar and other shit added, but like natural peanut butter is not the worst thing to eat on it. Just avoid sugar. It's the devil. So he's not here yet, but I was going to say that peanut butter is it's great because it's a little sweet naturally even, but it's filling, and that's one thing I appreciate about it, is that it's a food you can eat and be sated for quite a while. And that's true of many other fatty foods, which is again why keto works. I can understand how doing this type of show alone would be difficult. Without a personality to bounce off of and so forth. But we do have 11 viewers apparently on Twitch, so that's good.
Back in.
Okay, that was a drive-by?
Do I?
Oh, are you back?
No, I'm here.
Okay, it sounded like you said something. Then
I did. I said I'm putting my earbuds in, so I was kind of giving you the cue to wind whatever the fuck you were saying down.
Sure. I was sitting there. I got through my brief keto rant, and then I was kind of like commenting on how difficult it would be to do a show like that solo, because you run out of shit to say very fast.
Well, that's when you start talking slowly. You add pause for effect.
Well, okay. So if I was the one who,
and then you just kind of do one where you just stare into the camera for a second.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, if I was the one who had the live cam, like of my face and the screen going, and I could control that.
Not a far trip to wind that dick down. High five.
Jesus.
High five. Everyone put your hand on the screen. High five.
I'm doing it. Okay.
All right, thanks. Appreciate
I'm not actually doing it because I have a carrot in one hand and my other's on the mouse. But
you got a dick in the other one. God, his ass.
Jesus. But yeah. So what was I saying? If you have control of the screen, right, and you can show the viewers something and kind of riff on that, that's a lot easier, right? Yeah. But when I'm sitting here as the secondary host, it's more difficult. Anyhow,
trying to fix that debt. Yeah, there we go. See, I saw we have Wafu in chat. Is that Wafu from Fetty? What's up, Wafu? It's a good guy. Speaking of Fetty, it looks like the health thread calmed down. Good, excellent.
That's nice.
Yeah,
we can get to that.
Yeah, we can get to that later. Yeah. Anyway, so let's start a little bit with some news. I think the top of the news this week is the trucker shit, and we obviously started with that. Oh, gross! I just realized what Doc just said. That's gross, dude. Don't talk about sex. That's gross. Obviously, we talked about this a little last week. I think last Friday they were still on their way to Ottawa. I don't know where the capital of Canada is. It's somewhere. The North Pole or whatever. And they surrounded, I don't remember exactly, by Friday, had they surrounded Parliament? Had Trudeau fled yet? I think he had. But I think it had just begun. So since then, boy howdy, has shit kind of hit the fan. Right. With this. It has gotten all over the place. Now, obviously, I want to start talking about this first. Couts, Blockade. Now, Doc's here in the chat with us. Doc is our official Canadian representative, man on the ground. Couts. I don't know what Couts is. Bring me in. I can recap. Okay. Just remember. Yeah, join a voice channel. I'll pull you in. But just,
he streams. He gets it, I think.
Bring me. I can recap in VR. Oh, I don't have a thing set up for code. Oh well. But anyway, yeah, this Couts border crossing thing. I don't know if I'm saying that Couts correctly. I don't know or care. Okay, here we go. I can pull him in. Actually, you pull him in. That's kind of your job, I think, Jamie.
Let me find him. Where's he at? Oh.
You're my Jamie in this, by the way.
I'm looking for him. Where's he at?
He's up in. Okay. Yeah, he's
his fucking name and shit like blend in with the fucking channels. Okay, there we go.
All right, run us down on what's going on. I don't know about Couts. I don't know about the RCMP.
Fucking stream.
Okay.
All right. So big rundown is that Couts is a border crossing in Alberta. Truckers have been moved in and blocked that off, as well as currently the truckers that are in Ottawa. Ottawa's trucker situation is that they came in from BC, came all the way across the country, came into Ottawa, and have just been causing all kinds of chaos with their honks. They've been driving the citizens absolutely crazy there, but then again, they're a bunch of soy lords.
Hold on, let me pause you for a second, because I read something earlier. Was that true, or is it just a shitpost that Ottawa has the highest concentration of Redditors?
I wouldn't know, because fuck Reddit.
Oh, all right, continue.
But yeah, so they've been basically there terrorizing the place, and, terrorizing, but just literally honking their horn and shitting on people's front porches. They also set up a soup kitchen there. And beyond that, the Gofundme has officially said, fuck you guys.
Yeah, I was going to get that to in a second, because as of, let's see, what is the
today, 3 hours ago.
Well, as of yesterday, they'd paused it. And now, as of today, it is officially canceled. They're not going to give automatic refunds. You have to request one. But, if in the rare chance someone watching this actually donated, do not request a refund. Do a chargeback through your bank to fuck them. So, but yeah, go ahead.
And yeah, so the Couch situation is the one to honestly really watch. The Ottawa one is, don't get me wrong, it's funny as hell.
Yeah.
But they're just in a city honking their horns.
It's way more of a very passive kind of protest in Ottawa versus...
The Couch one is the one you want to be watching, because the estimated economic damage is in the millions.
Yeah. And they have already repelled the Mounties once so far. Yes. They've already repelled them once, which was base as fuck.
And I'll be completely honest with you. The Mounties are toothless. Yeah. They're honestly toothless.
Yeah.
Now,
that was embarrassing.
People view them as Canada's feds. They are our feds, but they're even more competent.
I think, but aren't the Mounties more like y'all's federal marshals, though?
It's a combination.
Like, okay.
They're a mix of the federal marshals and the FBI.
Okay, I see. I understand now.
And they're as incompetent as the FBI. If not more. Actually, more. I'll be honest, they're more.
Okay, I mean that's a high bar, but okay.
Yeah, they're more confident.
No, so they repelled them. Wednesday, I believe. Wednesday, they came in a couple of times and they tried to negotiate, and they would be like, we're gonna do this. I say negotiation. It was more ultimatums. It was a move or we arrest you. And truckers essentially said, try it, bud, which they did. And literally, like, out of fucking, like, Lord of the Rings, Return of the King, over the hill, like the Rohirrim, crested a bunch of farmers on their tractors.
I think that was actually Ottawa, wasn't it?
No, that was Couts, I believe.
Couts too?
But, yes, but Ottawa, a bunch of farmers have now come into Ottawa as well.
Oh, okay, that's the one I'm mixing up.
But yeah, literally just, like, over the hill as the sun rises. I realize I'm mixing up my Lord of the Rings movies. Fuck off. They came in and they surrounded the Mounties, and the Mounties just kind of go... hey there, bud, you want to let us out there? Oh, God, get utterly fucked.
They're fucking useless, the Mounties.
Yeah. There's a bunch of great...
The only thing they're good at is that some small towns need them for their police force, and they're basically fucking funded that way.
Yeah, well...
That's about the only good they do for small towns.
That's a lot of... But, I mean, let's be real, that's kind of like almost a hostage situation kind of thing. Like,
oh, yeah.
You have to support us, you need us. Which, I mean, I've talked about this before, like... I definitely support police officers. We have police officers in the Wideverse, and I definitely support them. Mez, one of the greatest guys we know. I definitely like police officers. The only man who's allowed
to rake me.
Yeah.
Day of the rake, he has dibs on me.
Despise cops. I don't like cops. ACAB. Fully ACAB. And our society has to move back to, like, citizen neighborhood type watch patrol. That's not a word, that's not a sentence, but it is kind of an idea We need to like tell Mounties, feds, cops, sheriffs to kind of all kindly fuck off, because and this is actually something we share with the BLM ACAB losers, is justice and enforcement needs to be community level, not bureaucrats from the other side of town. So in this case, this is one of those situations where, you know, fucking Mounties are doing something the neighborhood should be doing or could be doing. No, I'm not placing on the neighborhoods and the communities, but you understand what I'm saying. But sorry, go on.
Honestly, pretty much you more or less summed it up. I would just give you the quick recap there. But yeah, the couch situation is the one you really want to keep your eyes on because, as I said, Ottawa is funny.
Yeah.
But it's basically an Occupy Wall Street, but with truckers.
It is. And it's probably, even though it's the biggest and most well-funded, it's probably going to be the one that's going to have the least amount of effect. We've already seen Saskatchewan and now Alberta. Couts is in Alberta, right?
Yes, Couts is Alberta.
Alberta and Saskatchewan have already said, oh, okay, well, you know, these mandates thing, I guess we don't have to do them if y'all don't want to.
I need to correct you on that a little bit. Saskatchewan was already on its way over to that situation. I should mention this. Saskatchewan, Alberta, and Manitoba are the 3 core prairie provinces. We lean incredibly right.
So that's y'all's Midwest. That's y'all's Ohio, yes. Iowa, and Kansas.
Yes. The best way to sum it up is Ontario and Quebec are their own little fucking thing. Don't get me started on Quebec. That's a fucking nightmare to start with.
Yeah.
French, so we're already in them. Then there's Maritimes. Then you got our prairies. Then you got BC, which is owned by China.
Yeah, of course. Yeah,
so you have to consider
if anyone's ever watched one episode of Linus Tech Tips, you know all too well how Vancouver is just China Central.
Vancouver.
Ching Chong. I'm sorry, was that racist, Twitch?
At this point, the prairies are the ones you want that will actually repeal their stuff a lot sooner. Because in their situation, we lean a lot more further right. Unfortunately, Manitoba is still further behind, which is the province I'm in. Alberta gave in basically because, well, they didn't really give in. They're just using the truckers as an excuse to, hey, we should just give in.
Yeah.
They were already on the way over. This was just the excuse they needed.
Sure.
Saskatchewan was already on its way over. Manitoba will be on its way over in the spring. Ontario, shockingly, is on its way over, but then again, they have a very right-leaning premier. So.
Okay.
And Quebec is just fucking fucked.
Excellent. What a rundown. Hey, look, isn't the wide verse great? We got someone from all walks of life to explain stupid shit to us.
But as I should say this, though, you need to keep an eye on the Couts one because they're taking the federal government will actually get involved in the Couts one.
Right.
That's the big one to watch.
All right, because it's technically an international incident.
Not just that, though. A very similar thing was happening just when the coup started. The natives were actually blocking a couple of rail lines. And it took the feds months to remove them. Because it's not so much a case of, the feds were slacking. It's a case that the feds were actually covering their bases.
Right.
They were actually doing all the legal footwork. So that way, when they removed them, they had all their bases covered. Any judge would not basically turn them down. They had all full legal authority. So if the Couch situation does not get resolved in a favorable way for the truckers there, this can last for months.
Nice.
Based.
Like this will legitimately possibly last for 3 to 4 months.
Right.
Maybe more.
Now, the ones in Ottawa have said as well that they are fully prepared to stay there for up to years, if necessary. I'm not certain about that.
They won't stay there for years.
No, they won't stay there for years, but they will stay. Sorry, let me rephrase. They said they're funded to stay there for years. Now, I don't know if that was. I don't know if that was assuming GoFundMe money.
Yeah,
or not, but maybe don't. Although I will say they have a new one with Go Send Give, I believe is the website. It's a Christian. It's a Christian website. Yes. Yeah, and they're a lot better about it. But yeah, no, this whole Couch situation is the basest shit I can think of. Like this should be like if you're a a perpetual black pillar, looking at the Couch situation should just be the biggest fucking red pill you can and white pill that you can take. Like these dudes are.
Well, I mean, red is Canadian colors right there.
That's
red and
true.
White.
Yeah, maple leaf red pill. Yeah, these dudes are base as fuck. Like they literally, there was one where they were holding a meeting and they were like, "Are we going or are we staying? They're gonna arrest us. Are we going or staying?" And everyone said stay. And then they did like the Lord's Prayer, just absolutely Keno based level Canada. I mean, we have given you people a lot of shit over the years, from, Justin Bieber to Red Green to whatever else we've dissed y'all.
Don't talk shit about Red Green.
I won't.
Throw
Listen,
fists over that one.
listen, I'm going to get a little aside here. So you said, I don't know where Red Green was supposed to have been, like what province it was supposed to have been like a parody of or whatever, but
rural Alberta, Ontario.
Okay, well, yeah. So the thing is, the saying, people are alike all over, essentially. Yeah, that's rural Canada, up in the sticks, way up there, but they have so much in common with us down here in the South. So Mississippi Public Broadcasting in the 90s and the early aughts, late 90s, early aughts, would rebroadcast Red Green all the fucking time because rednecks loved that shit. Because I'm guessing rural Ontario is very similar to fucking Mississippi.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. We love that shit. So for instance, it came on every Saturday night at like 8 or something. And when I was like 8, 9 something, we would be up at the hunting camp, and then we would come home in time to watch Red Green, and it was so great. Yeah, no, it's just one of those culturally relevant things. So I wouldn't dare diss, but you know what I mean. Bagged milk, haha, funny flapping heads on South Park. But lo and fucking
South Park stuff was funny as hell.
Yeah, that's true. Lo and fucking behold, who's becoming the beacons of freedom in North America? It's the fucking Canucks. God bless y'all.
Well, again, this is another case of Midwestern Canada.
Mm-hmm.
is where this is originating from. You have to remember this, that Southern Ontario is cucked to hell.
Sure.
They have Toronto, they have Ottawa.
It's very much like a California, New York situation, right?
Oh,
where like outside of the big cities, it's fine.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. 100%.
Yeah.
100%.
So, and then the rest of the whatever is, fine. So yeah, it's definitely that kind of situation. But moving a little bit further into this was another thing that it kind of like was the big tell. Like the Mounties started asking towing companies in Alberta, saying, we need y'all to come in here, and when we arrest these guys, pull their trucks out of here. And the towing companies essentially told them all to go pound sand, because they kind of have to. Like, if the towing companies fuck the truckers now, they're not going to be getting any business later on. So it was very based. I heard a rumor saying that the towing companies all said, sorry, we can't do it, we have COVID. Yes, I don't know if that is true.
Yep.
Dangerously fucking based. Oh my god, that's dangerously fucking based. Oh my god.
I know the Leafs are. We have to consider. Remember this. We're very passive people in general, but
like Europeans.
When you push us, I mean, look what happened in World War II.
Oh yeah.
And now World War One. What
about this? What about this? I had this in the log and I didn't remember it. There's apparently another protest in Sarnia, Ontario. Is that ongoing?
Fuck me, that's new.
It was last night. So this is less than 24 hours old.
New. That is actually
new. Okay, so you haven't heard anything else about this?
No, I have actually heard nothing about that. Holy shit, that is a big deal.
Let's see if that's. Let's do this in real time.
Yes. For context, Sarnia is a major crossing as well.
Sarnia, Ontario, border crossing truckers. It's no updates. They're just saying it's there. I don't think it's as big a deal because they don't have. The thing is about the Couts is Rebel Media, which is. I don't want to call it Canadian InfoWars, but can you think of a better way to describe it?
It's Canadian InfoWars.
Okay, that's fine. Canadian InfoWars is there on the ground with their Canadian Owen Benjamin. So, Owen Schreier, not Owen Benjamin.
I should say this aside. Rebel Media has an issue where they literally will chase the clout, and then as soon as they get there, they'll actually literally start fundraisers for their reporters for when they get arrested.
Mm-hmm.
That's literally their MO.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just say that their founder's a little long in the nose.
Yeah, I was gonna say Ezra Levant.
A little bit long in the nose.
Not gonna say anything past there, but
yeah, that's all I really want to say.
But yeah, so going back to the GoFundMe thing that we started talking about, yeah. So GoFundMe suspended it yesterday, of course, and we all kind of saw it coming. We knew what the score was. We've seen this episode 500 times. They then today said we're canceling it and we're going to distribute the funds to GoFundMe approved charities unless you specifically request a refund, which I'm assuming probably a majority of the people who donated are not going to know about. Now, obviously, as I said earlier, the thing being pushed right now is to do a chargeback. Do not ask them for a refund, because that could take weeks, that could take months, and who knows if you'd even get it. Go through your bank, do chargebacks, whatever you got to do. But what they cited their reasoning in this for, in the stupidest shit possible, was okay. So sorry, there's a clarification I need to make from this headline. If you're reading, GoFundMe suspends truckers $10 million. They gave them $1 million of it because they cited the $1 million was funded while they were on the way to Ottawa, but the $9 million they raised after that can't be given to them because they're now occupying, which I'm going to go back to this Poso tweet about Chaz. They allowed Chaz GoFundMe's right now. There's still a CHOP, Chaz, whatever you want to call it, the Capitol Hill Autonomous Zone occupied protest, whatever you want to call it, in Seattle from last, God damn it, I keep doing last. It was not last year, Taylor. That was 2 years ago, baby. In 2020, after the Floyd riots, of course,
Summer of Love.
Yeah, Summer of Love in Seattle. They still are fucking allowing a fundraiser from that, despite it's been over for a while, so whatever. So apparently occupied isn't the operative word here. Apparently something else with a fucking operative word. I don't know. And I think this is funny. Jack Posobiec here saying that Chaz was whiter than the fucking trucker uprising is, which is hilarious because we have actually, if you've been watching any videos of this, the amount of, correct me if I'm going to say this wrong, Sikhs?
Yes, Sikhs.
The amount of Sikhs that are involved in this, and apparently in the trucking industry, is extremely high.
For context on that, that's also because of our immigration programs.
Okay.
We abuse the living shit out of them. I'm not even going to hide it. It's bad. Our immigration programs are fucking cancerous.
That's kind of funny.
It's a very, very low impact way to get into the country, get a job, get your trucking license, get trapped in the industry.
Yeah. Sikhs, however, are a little bit based, though.
They're a little bit dangerously based.
Dangerously fucking based. Good guys. I know certain contingents of people won't like them because, Durka jihad, which is ironic because, I mean, they hate fanatical Islam as much as anyone else. But, I mean, again,
they're the kind of people that would give you the shirts off their back if you needed it.
Yeah. God forbid we get labeled as civnauts again, but, I'm just saying, a bunch of fucking whiteys pushing back on this, but not a bunch of fucking Sikhs. That's all I'm saying.
Oh yeah, I'll choose them over like do nothing fucking, circle jerkers any day.
Yeah. Now here's what Doc was talking about a little bit earlier. They're building, like when he says setting up a soup kitchen, it's not just tables and chairs and a tent. These people are building an honest to God house on the road, the middle of the road, to serve as a food kitchen or a soup kitchen for homeless people, because I think we maybe mentioned it last week, but there was a bit of I won't call it a psyop, but it was a little bit of fake news trying to go around saying
incident is the best way to describe it,
that the truckers had gone into a homeless shelter and were screaming and demanding food, which later turned out it wasn't even a trucker. They weren't even involved in it. It was just typical fake news kind of bullshit. But it is kind of funny that they use that and kind of turned it around. It's like, okay, well, you know what? Fine. We'll build our own fucking soup kitchen then. Fuck you. So.
Unfortunately, I should mention on that, though, they're actually using that as a reason to claim that they're occupying.
Yes. That's ironic, but whatever. I mean, that's what these people do. They're always going to use your goodwill against you. That's not to say that's a reason to not have goodwill. Certainly not. I know people would say that, because a lot of people, without getting too much into the later segment that we're going to talk about, a lot of people are trying to be like, don't fall for the trucker thing. It's Fed entrapment, just like January 6th, which, okay, maybe it does end up being that, but what's the fucking alternative? What should these guys have done? Just sat on their ass and done nothing? Like, what's the alternative in y'all's mind in that scenario? in opposition to this. You look at this and go, Fed entrapment. All right, what the fuck are you supposed to do instead?
Well, in their minds, it's like just let things get so bad that it becomes life and death, and then hope that people like chimp out. That's kind of like that's the whole mindset is like let things get worse because it's somehow good that we have to suffer before things change. Like in their minds, there's no outcome where it could be maybe we just proactively do something about it so we don't have to suffer.
Right. Yeah. Well, it's to getting to that mythical, white people chimping out moment. But again, we'll get into that later on. But yeah, that's the Canada. That's the Canada situation. Thank you, Doc, for coming in and explaining all that. Love you as always. This is our friend Doc. I don't have any graphics put up for him, but you want to shill anything while you're here?
No, not really. Just cock and ball torture from Wikipedia, the free encyclopedia.
Based. All right. Thanks for coming in, Doc.
No problem. You ever need any more Canada updates, you know who to call.
Yes, sir.
The official Leaf correspondent.
Yeah, our man on the ground in Canada. That's great. Oh man, what a fucking mess. What a fucking mess. But I'm really happy about this trucker thing, honestly. What about you?
Yeah, I mean the whole overall thing's super based, super good. I'm glad to see it. It is surprising that Canadians going this far before us, honestly. But I guess...
Doc was right about that one thing though. It's like they are much slower to move, but when they do, it ain't really stopping. So.
Right. Now, I will say that I was kind of a glow posting IRL earlier over this whole GoFundMe thing, right? Like that's frustrating. And also there was that tweet from the Ottawa police or whatever, I forget which account it was, where they were like basically kind of implying that they kind of also put on the pressure for this and they were thanking GoFundMe for doing it. It's like, you fucking traitors, you pieces of shit.
I mean, to go back to what I said earlier, cowards, man, ACAB.
Right, well, that's what I'm saying. That's like my fucking put on like the black bloc clothing moment. Like, fucking looting stores and shit, because honestly, like, like I was saying, it's just like you look at that and it's like, you dickless fucking cowards, like are you not people as well, right? Have you not been subjected to these restrictions, these fucking infringements of the rights of the people?
You mentioned that, and I don't know if I can pull it up because I don't know where. I guess I should start saving these things better, but you bring that up and that's a great point, because I saw a video actually from the couch thing about that very same issue. The cops came in and said, look, we have orders from our superiors saying y'all gotta go, and the guys there were saying, were y'all not here this whole time? Were y'all not subject to this same bullshit? Do you not understand? Do you not have families? And the cops were like, yes, we've been through all this, yes, we have families, blah blah. And then he said, but we cannot go against our superiors, in which case literally every person in the room went, yes, you can. It was very funny, but it's telling. And it's just like, I don't want to sound like a boomer con or whatever if we go on, Nazi Germany, they were just following our orders. But that's kind of what's going on. There's like, they're pulling the, we're just following orders. Well, fuck your orders, dude. Fuck your orders. When the orders go against your people, they're not orders anymore. That's tyranny. Or
I would have to say that, I'm sure this is probably like a gross oversimplification of how it works, but I would say for police, there's probably two kind of broad mindsets that could probably be found in how they go about things, right? Whether or not they would stick with the system to the end, right? There's the people who become police officers because they have like implicit trust in the system, so to speak. And those are the people like that might be making excuses for it and might be refusing to make any sort of personal sacrifice in the name of principles, right? And then there's people out there, and I would hope, for example, the one we know, right, is this way. I get the impression he is that they become police officers because they think it's the best route to do good for society, right? Like their thing's not based around trust in the system, but rather it's just where they feel they can do the most good for society and where they can make the biggest difference. And it's kind of the legally sanctioned avenue through which somebody who has the ability to might choose to go and help make society a better place.
Right.
And so people who do it for that reason then probably do have a much sooner breaking point where they say, fuck this, I'm done with this job. It's no longer what I signed up for. Right. And that's where we get the job's dead, right? Like that sort of thinking. And again, I'm not a police officer. I can't speak for them. And I'm sure there's other ways of going about it than that. But I'm just saying that from my impression of things, that seems to be the two kind of predominant mindsets that I kind of infer about how police officers handle these sort of moments of government tyranny and so forth.
Right. Yeah, that's a fair view of it. As soon as my computer stops fucking lagging, we're gonna pause the stream for a minute because I'm like dropping. I'm not dropping a bunch of frames, but it's just like lagging all over the place. I don't even know if the audio is coming through right now. It's really, I swear to God,
I mean, I can hear you here. But...
I know we've talked about it before, but I have to get a new processor. Like it's no longer becoming like a matter of want. It's quickly becoming like a matter of need. Because I mean,
That's not crazy even because is your current one can't be that old, right?
It's not that old. It's from like 2018. It's 2700X.
Yeah, people do like more like demanding tasks than streaming on that. So I don't know why it's having such trouble.
Yeah, I was looking up here at the monitor on like I'm watching on live, and I literally can't. So for some and here's another thing that goes wrong. Like when for some reason when I open Task Manager, my whole computer locks up. I don't know why. I don't know why. But anyway, we're gonna stop the stream for just a second so I can adjust the setting.